Hey folks, and welcome to part 4 of the Rayman playthrough over here on the Fromark channel, where I'm gonna keep things rolling along in the band land, the land of the band, over here at Allegro Presto. And I've always been kind of love-hate toward this level. I mean, I like the atmosphere here, the whole vibe of it, because you got these slip-slidey platforms, and you gotta look out for all those music notes. And then you got the suspenseful music playing in the background against this blue sky. But it's the next section of this that really grinds my gears, even to this day. And it was where most of my playthroughs as a kid would just come to a dead stop. And I feel like I'm probably not the only one who felt that way. I've heard of many people saying that after Bandland, the game just becomes a completely different beast. Now you'll notice I'm going to go back a little bit here. Try to get me a good running start. Because this platform right there is a ramp. And I didn't have a good enough speed boost to get up there. Which will be helped with a later power up that I will get later. Yeah! But I'm going to give it a good yeah, and then I'm going to keep going. I'm going to go over to the next part that I said I didn't really care too much for. And the reason for that boils down to this specific section here with these trumpets. These damn trumpets. You gotta look out for them because they'll blow a gust of wind your way, and then they got that slip-slidey platform, and it makes it to where you have to time your jumps just perfectly, and if you don't, you're screwed. But no worries, because I got through there. I'm gonna get the checkpoint and see what's going on up here. Of course, another one of those damn trumpets. But hey, at least I get an extra life out of it, and that's always a good thing. Oh, man, that was close. And there's another trumpet, but that's like the anti-trumpet there because, well, it does kind of the opposite of the wind gust, because he's got the big suck! Where he'll do an opposite gust where the wind sucks you forward, and you gotta be careful in this level, folks. Oh. And I'm gonna want to get a better, yeah, there we go. Oh. Of course, landing right in between two of those can be no good, and that could provide disastrous results, but I'm gonna give it a good yeah and keep going. No need to worry so far, folks. And I feel like this is kind of this is pretty much the peak of the Allegro Presto level. This is where the intensity picks up at its worst. There is a section after this, though, but this is where really you gotta look out for the bottomless floor below you. And just do some slip sliding while the music's playing that sinister theme. And thankfully there's a checkpoint right here which will come in handy because, if I'm not mistaken, I die right about here. No? I could have swore something happened when I was recording, and there it is. Good thing I had that checkpoint though. So I didn't really need to do any jump cutting. At least I died right by the checkpoint. If I can just get up here. Hey, let me up here. There we go. Now we're cooking with power. Just gonna, yeah. But because I don't have that special power up yet, I can't do the ramp in the first section of Allegro Presto. But I'll go back and get it when the time is right. When the moment's right. Talk to your doctor about... Anyways. Talk to your doctor about Allegro Presto. But yeah, just gotta do a bunch of more slip sliding around through the slopes Here I go down the slope. It's this section right here where you just really gotta tiptoe through here, folks. And that ability to hang off of each platform comes in quite handy here. Just want to be really cautious. And I was able to do just that. And then you got this meditating monk dude here, which he'll be more important in one of the next Bandland areas. If I can get there. Not the one directly after this, but yeah. Yeah, I gotta say, so far, I mean, looking back on this footage, it seems like I'm cruising along through here fairly smoothly, if I do say so myself. Aw, yeah, this is my favorite song in the entire soundtrack. No song goes harder than this one to me. I'll put a link in the description. I'll even take a back seat on the commentary for a second, just let that groove hit. Wait, it gets good. It gets good here. Yeah, that little percussion there. And plus, the saxophone is a beautiful instrument. Not one I know how to play, but I wish I did. In fact, I don't think I know anybody that knows how to play. But it doesn't look like... Oh yeah, I always get lost in this particular section. This part always trips me up. And I think that's exactly what's happening here. Or, yeah, just kind of struggle through here for a moment. But yeah, this is my favorite song in the entire game, and it makes an appearance in one of the next Bandland levels. I feel like it's more fitting for that level because, I mean, it is based around saxophones. Man, I need to get a set of bongos. Oh. But yeah, you see I'm just kind of stumbling around at this point. Eventually I'll remember or figure out where to go. But I gotta be real cautious. Don't run myself out of health trying. Alright, everything is back on track. The train is back on rails. And all is right with the Rayman world. At least if I do say so myself, that is. Slide down some more slopes. Zip, zap, zoobada-wop. And, yeah, just try not to get hit by the hooks. The notes, I mean. And they kind of look more like fishing hooks than they do musical notes. And checkpoint? Checkpoint. There we go. There it is. It's always important to sign into those little checkpoints there. Get your picture taken. I think I'm getting pretty close to the end of this level. The more of those little music notes there just chomping away. I'll deal with those later on. And you'll see why momentarily. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so eventually, you run into the source of those notes, Mr. Sax. He's a giant saxophone that you have to battle at the end of Bandland. He's the Bandland final boss, but we'll get there when we get there, folks. Still got a little ways to go. Things are not gonna get any easier for you, Rayman, but take this new power. Will make you stronger. Pew pew. Yeah. You can now use your hair as a helicopter. To do it, press X twice. Hey, it works for me. This is my... I would say this is my favorite power-up in the Rayman 1. In the Rayman 1. Gong Heights. Bang a gong, get it on. But you see, it's those meditating monk dudes from Allegro Presto. Well, so far there's just one, but they're mostly featured in this level. I feel like they kind of show up in the last one as a bit of a precursor. But now I just gotta kind of tiptoe my way through here with my 1 bar of health, my 1% battery life. And there's an extra, not an extra life, but there's an electron cage up above that I can't get to just yet. And there's a couple of levels later on where that helicopter hair power-up's utilized a little bit better. Because there's a potion you can get that makes you fly permanently, at least through the entirety of the level. And it changes Rayman's hair color. But yeah, I'll just kind of mosey my way on through here. The music here is really chill, definitely matches the environment. I feel like each song in the soundtrack matches its environment quite well. Quite well, if I do say so myself. And really, most of the electron cages are pretty easy to get in this one. Just like with Allegro Presto and Bongo Hills, I will have to do some backtracking. But I will take care of that when the time is right, folks. Still got some Gong Heights to get through. Now, when I was a kid, I used to think those little circular platform things kind of remind me of like cinnamon rolls almost. The way they look. Not really sure what they're supposed to be. I know they're not cinnamon rolls, but it doesn't really help that I had cinnamon sticks for my dessert earlier, so that kind of makes it a little bit worse. They got all that cinnamon on the brain. Then you got this level here, folks, where the intensity picks back up. You got that song, that sad song from the Swamp of Forgetfulness level. And this is an auto-scrolling level. And auto-scrollers, not something I really like in my Rayman 1. I mean, yeah, we had that one at Mosquito's Nest earlier. But you gotta be careful sometimes in these levels that try to do the scrolling for you. Just never been a fan of auto-scrollers. Not a fan. But keep things rolling, though. And there's not really much to worry about, folks, because I wouldn't record it if I didn't think there was a chance I could get through it. Although I did not do as much practice behind the scenes for this game as I probably should have before I pressed record. I was just so eager to record this game as soon as I felt like I was able to do a 100% playthrough. Yeah. You just gotta keep them yeahs a-coming. And you'd think that would be it for Gong Heights, but I still gotta do some backtracking. But before I do that, I'm gonna take care of the other level in Bandland. Mr. Sax's Hullabaloo. Hullabaloo. What a strange word. Hullabaloo, blah, 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 blah. Hullabaloo, hullabaloo, hullabaloo. Try saying that 3 times fast. There's an extra life, but it's just out of reach. Never mind, it is within reach. But yeah, still quite a bit of unfinished business in the Bandland. Kind of hard to believe this is only World 2 and this is Part 4. But there's still plenty of more time left in the playthrough. Plenty of more parts recorded. This is actually gonna be an 11-part playthrough, folks. So this one you might want to fasten your seatbelts and grab popcorn if you want to buckle up for a Fromark Friday night. Although I usually have new videos out on Sundays. Anyways, I'm waiting for that music to kick back in, that sweet tunage with the saxophone there. Hang on. Here we go. Yeah. Best song in the game. but I can't hear it over all these attacks from the enemies. Now this one, it's pretty easy to go through here and get all the Electune cages in one go, since, well, there's actually only 2 levels here. And this one's fairly shorter to get through than the other Banlandian levels. There's a thing I need to activate there, but it's not showing up. Do a little bit more of that backtracking. Now that I got a good running start, I should be able to get it this time. There we go. If I can... Come on, are you kidding me? There it is. Alrighty. Still got 3 more cages to go, of course. But it's all in good time, just like the name of that Bare Naked Ladies album. That album's not bad. It's the first one they did without Stephen Page in the band. I feel like everything else after that's kind of not really worth it. I feel like that first album without Page, they kind of had something to prove, and then it's just like there was nothing left to prove after that. So they just kind of stopped trying as hard. But anyways, back onto the hullabaloo of it all here. I like how some of those bongos that you step on make different noises. They really went all out with attention to detail in this game. Any second now, the snow should start falling. There it is. Back into that slamming theme. Looks like I'm getting pretty close to the end of this part, so looks like I might need to finish up business here in the next one. But there's still a little bit of unfinished business left in this part, so go ahead and knock that out. You gotta look out for this cymbal dude. Definitely want to stand right in the middle, because if you don't, you'll get hit like I just did. You only gotta worry about it when he starts crashing. Yeah. And that happened. But no need to worry. Thank you, editing. Those flying rings, as they're called here. And yeah, heck yeah. There is an extra life up above, but I'm not going to waste my time trying to get it. And I will see you all in part 5 for the next part of this hullabaloo. See you then, folks.